Hi guys, it's Rachel here from the Tiaki Pilates Institute. Now I'm just jumping in just to let you know our exciting news that we've managed to put our anatomy and physiology module online. So we have sort of mobilised ourselves to do this because of the COVID-19 lockdown, but now that we've done it, it's actually turned out to be pretty damn exciting, and we've managed to get the content and find some really cool apps that we can utilise so that you can learn your anatomy in the comfort of your own home. So I'm going to show off a little bit now and flick through some stuff just to give you an idea of what you'd be in for if you did decide to do an Our Anatomy module, and even better, carry on to do some of our Pilates teacher training. So while the anatomy and physiology module does sort of pertain to Pilates per se, it's actually a great standalone module if you were interested in brushing up on your anatomy and physiology, regardless of any future training that you might want to do with TPI in terms of Pilates. So this is me, about me, why come train with me. I've been a physio for 25 years. I've been involved in human movement and fascinated with how the body moves and how we can teach ourselves to move more efficiently ever since I've been a physio. So Pilates is just a natural fit for me, and while I love to teach it, I love to study it, and I really love bringing new teachers on board and sharing my passion with you guys. And I'm just going to show you or share with you a little bit of the recording that we've done so far as part of this module or this online course, just to get an idea of what it looks like and how it would roll. So now we're just going to come in and just have a closer look at the shoulder joint per se. So as we've talked about, this is the head of your humerus here. So that's the top of your arm bone. And when we talk about the shoulder joint being a ball and socket joint, that's the ball part. Okay, so this whole piece here is the head of your humerus. And then in here, the socket part of your joint is this bit here. Okay, so that's your shoulder joint socket, called your glenoid fossa. What I think is fascinating here to show you at this point is that in an ideal world, that head of the humerus should stay in contact with that socket or the glenoid fossa when your shoulder is moving. Now, if you can get an idea for how mismatched the size of that socket is compared to the head of the humerus, you'll see the socket's quite small, it's quite shallow, it's not actually a very solid fit. So there's not a lot of bony stability around your shoulder joint in order to keep your shoulder safe and keep it stable. So the reason I'm pointing this out is it's really important that you've got good muscular control around your shoulder to avoid being injured, but also to be able to move efficiently through your upper limb, whether it be swimming, throwing a ball, whatever you might be doing, or just activities of everyday life. So there's a real mismatch there in the bony structure and the bony support around your shoulder. So it becomes very important to have good muscular control. Just to show you in contrast, if we take a look at your hip now, which is also a ball and socket joint. So you've got the top of your femur here, or the head of your femur. And then you've got the socket, which is called your acetabulum, as we've talked about earlier. And if you can see, if I spin this guy around, you can see that the socket is actually bigger and quite deep. So it's bigger than the head of your femur. It's quite deep. The head of your femur sits well into that socket. Okay, so there's a lot of bony support to keep your head of your femur in place, as opposed to your shoulder, which the bony support around it is quite flimsy in comparison. So obviously your hip is a big weight-bearing joint, so it needs to have that structure, it needs to have that stability. Your shoulder, however, tends to move a lot more, and it needs to move a lot more. So you can't have the same bony structure around it, or else you'd never be able to move your arm or your shoulder in the way that we do. But I guess the compromise there is you are more prone to overuse injuries up around your shoulder than you are around your hip that very reason. If you don't have good muscular control, or if you develop a muscle imbalance for any reason, then you can run into problems where that head of the humerus has been pulled out of its normal alignment, and you can end up with injury. So if you think this might be you, if you've got a passion for human movement, a fascination with how movement can heal, a desire to help people live a more functional life, a desire to guide people through their journey of discovery about how their body moves, how their overall health and well-being can be hugely influenced by an increased awareness of breath and movement, or if you simply want to foster your own learning and discovery, then get in touch. We'd love to have you as a student this year. And like I say, this module, now that it's online, it's a little bit more flexible. It's more do it at your own pace, and it's proving to be incredibly popular. So get in touch, and we can get the ball rolling. Cheers, guys.